Hello, welcome to PhysQuest. So this is the solution video for CSIR NET December 2019 part B, question number 2. So question number 2 is the electric field of an electromagnetic wave is vector E is equal to I cap 2 sine kz minus omega t volt per meter. We need to find out the average flow of energy per unit area per unit time. 4 options are given and we need to find out the correct option. So let's get started. First of all, the question is based on the section electromagnetic theory, and the concept involved here is the Poynting vector. So here in this question we are given the electric field of an electromagnetic wave, and the electric field is represented as vector E is equal to I cap root 2 sine kz minus omega t volt per meter. So here we need to find out the average flow of energy per unit area per unit time. So first of all, understand what is this average flow of energy per unit area per unit time. Now here in this question, this term we can rearrange and write it as energy per unit time per unit area. So when we rearrange it, the meaning is the same, but this term when we write mathematically, we can write it as E by T divided by A. Here E is your average energy, T is the time, and A is the area. Now we know that energy per unit time is the power. So let us suppose the power is represented as P. So this expression we can rewrite as this is equal to P divided by A. So this means this term is power per unit area. So what is power per unit area? Power per unit area is your intensity. So intensity is the power of the wave through the area A. You can simply understand this concept by a very simple example like earthquake. So earthquake is a seismic wave. Now when it spreads out, it does less damage to the region which is farther from the epicenter. Now in that scenario, power of the earthquake when it's spread through the area, if the area is more, then the effect felt will be less. So this effect is your intensity. So that means intensity will be less. Now in the opposite case, if the power of the wave is concentrated in a smaller area, then the intensity which would have felt would be much more. So this is why intensity is dependent on the area covered. So that is why the expression power per unit area is the intensity. So basically this expression which we need to find out, that is average flow of energy per unit area per unit time, is your intensity. Now intensity, this intensity term is calculated by time average of the Poynting vector. Okay. So Poynting vector is written as mathematically, it is represented as vector S, which is equal to 1 by mu 0 vector E cross vector B. Now why time average? See, Poynting vector is a quantity which represents the magnitude and the direction of the flow of energy of the electromagnetic wave. Now here this term Poynting vector actually represents the instantaneous energy flow or the power flow. But this instantaneous power flow will be a fluctuating one at a frequency interval of 2 omega. Why? Because both electric field and the magnetic field vary sinusoidally. So Poynting vector is a combination of electric and a magnetic field. So power flow will also be a fluctuating one, and this is the reason why the time average is taken, where these fluctuations are not considered. So the average of the Poynting vector is average of S, which is equal to 1 by 2 C epsilon 0 E0 square. Here E0 is the amplitude of the electric field. This is the maximum electric field strength. Now this same formula can be used if magnetic field is given. So the formula will be equal to C B0 square divided by 2 mu 0. So here B0 is the amplitude of the magnetic field. Here actually instead of E0 it is replaced by C B0 to get the expression in terms of magnetic field. Now in this case, in this problem, we have to use this formula. So let's go ahead with the calculation part. So we need to find out the average flow of energy per unit area per unit time. So the formula we need is average of S is equal to 1 by 2 C epsilon 0 E0 square. Now the expression of electric field we are given is vector E is equal to I cap root 2 sine kz minus omega t volt per meter. So let's put the values in this expression. So this will be equal to 1 by 2 c, which is the velocity of light, is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second in SI unit, of course. Epsilon 0 is equal to 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 in MKS unit, and E0 square. In this expression of the electric field, E0 is this one. This root 2 is your E0, the maximum electric field strength. So in place of E0, we have to put root 2. So this will be into root 2 volt per meter whole square. So now when we solve it, this root 2 square will be equal to 2. And here already we have a 2. So both of them will get cancelled. So ultimately we just have to multiply these two terms. So upon multiplication, this will be equal to 26.56 into 10 to the power minus 4 watt per meter square. Approximately this will be equal to 27 into 10 to the power minus 4 watt per meter square. So this is the answer we have got. Now let's check the options. So upon seeing the options here, we can see that option B is 27 into 10 to the power minus 4 watt per meter square. So option B is the correct answer.